What's up everybody, it's your boy Code 102 aka Aiden, and today welcome to another video. Before we get started, I just want to say I'm very sorry for being rather inactive on the channel recently. I've been out for the weekend with a couple of the boys just to have a good time, and I've also had some serious eye injuries that needed to be taken into consideration as well. It's very tough for me at the moment, even now, to look at screens and very bright lights, so I think that for this case at least, I'm going to try my best to get as many videos as I can, as efficiently as I can, and hopefully there shouldn't be any more interruptions despite the injury and everything. So today I want to talk about why Derrick Rose is my favorite player in the NBA currently and in the NBA of all time. So let's get started. When he was drafted, I mean, this guy had the world at his feet when he was drafted. It's just an ideal situation. Being drafted in your hometown of Chicago for the Chicago Bulls, instant fan favorite. Everybody was behind him, and he took that. He took the torch and he ran. He became probably the best player at his time for the Chicago Bulls besides MJ, and he took it and ran. He got us a struggling Bulls to the playoffs, and we did fairly well. But then that MVP season, at the time, this is when I first started getting into basketball, and I was originally a Miami Heat fan because I really loved Dwayne Wade, and Dwayne Wade was one of my favorite players. But a couple of friends brought me to the Chicago Bulls, and this is the reason why, because of Derrick Rose, the underdog mentality, the fighting spirit, the why not, why can't I be the MVP? He took that, he took that attitude and that mindset, and it kind of instantly drew me towards him. And I couldn't be more happy for my decision. He won the MVP in 2011, but what really drives, it's not the achievements per se that leads me towards Derrick Rose. What led me to love Derrick Rose as much as I do today is what happened with his injuries. Now, at the time, it was funny to make fun of Derrick Rose's injuries because it was. But let's be real, it was probably one of the darkest moments in NBA history to have their up and coming stars get injured. I mean, think about what happens. Even look at Zion Williamson now. Any devastating injury that happens to Zion Williamson will affect the NBA forever because he's going to be a potential superstar, one of the best players in the NBA. And this is what it was when it was Derrick Rose. It was one of the best players in the NBA, young upcoming talent that could have been years to come, a fantastic player, MVP type player, and going down like that. It was probably one of the saddest times in the NBA. But let's not look at the injuries too much. I mean, I know he had injury after injury in his career. Everybody knows the injuries. Everybody knows the commentary, and it was just it was fun to make fun of him. But well, not me, man. It's not. It was not fun to make fun of Derrick Rose at this time or any time whatsoever. But he rose above. He rose above everybody just doubting him, everybody judging him, everybody making fun of him, and he came back. Now, even when he came back, there were more injuries, which led to more people making fun of him, more memes, too many memes about Derrick Rose. But eventually, I think most fans had enough of him in Chicago. It was very divided. I mean, I'm not from Chicago, so I can only imagine what it would be like living in Chicago and having that situation of so many people thinking it's just time for him to move on, and for more people just saying we love Derrick Rose and we want him to stay here for as long as he can, as long as he can play, he should. I mean, I think we all knew that he definitely wasn't going to be the future star player anymore, especially in his last season in Chicago, but he was definitely good enough to be a starter. He was definitely good enough to be a very, very good player for us. But we traded him, man, and when we traded him, it was to New York. For anybody who might not be aware, we didn't get much out of that at all, and that's what got me really sad. The fact that your favorite player on your favorite team is leaving your team, and I've been lucky enough to have two of my favorite players of all time play for the Chicago Bulls in Dwayne Wade and Derrick Rose, and having that feeling, maybe because I did go for a different team beforehand, but maybe I think solely just because you never want to see your favorite player leave your favorite team, and it puts you in a tough situation of why did they trade Derrick Rose? Why did Dwayne Wade leave us? But let's just stick with Derrick Rose. Enough about Dwayne Wade. That can come in a future video. And I think that the way that it was handled was just really bad. I saw Derrick Rose's reaction to the trade, what we got out of the trade. It was just a really bad situation. It brought me to tears. It really did. And I guess it was just that time for everybody to move on. But Derrick Rose, even in New York, he had some pretty bad allegations against him, but he put his heart to God. He put his family first, and he denied all the allegations, and he ended up being innocent. And that's the best feeling, to know that your favorite player, through the face of adversity, was innocent, and he proved to everybody that he is what he says he is. He's a hard-working man that loves basketball, focuses on his kids, and that's nothing more we could ask for. That's the type of person to look up to. Someone, no matter what the allegation, no matter what injury, anything that you go through, if you just work hard, you could get to where you need to be. I mean, when you look at Derrick Rose, there was even points he got shifted from team to team. From New York, he didn't have much time there, to the Jazz, who just instantly waived him, to the Cavs, who just basically played him as a corner shooter. And he was even contemplating retirement after another injury at the Cavs, but he just kept working hard, man. He turned into a different player. He turned into a player that people could tell their kids that, look what this guy did. If he could do it, anybody can do it. He had 4 injuries on his knees, but he's still playing. He's still got the speed. He's still a very, very athletic player. He can do what most players in that situation would probably give up and just not continue doing. He's a real inspiration, and I'm happy to be witnessing something like that. And to everybody that still makes fun of him, I'm just, deep down in your heart, whether you want to accept it or not, he has influenced you in a positive way. A lot of people like to hate on Derrick Rose, but I think a lot more people love Derrick Rose, and he loves everything that he's about. And I'm definitely one of those people. There is no way in hell that you could not say Derrick Rose is not a positive influence to anybody in your life. So that's the main reason I wanted to make this video. I just wanted to get people out there to what got me into the Chicago Bulls, and it was this man here. If Derrick Rose was not a member of the Chicago Bulls, I would have probably stayed a Heat fan. I would have been that bandwagon that just goes for the best team. Even though my favorite player at the time was Dwayne Wade and not LeBron, but people could think what they want, and I'm just happy to be in the situation where I am, just to witness something like that. Because just imagine the years and years to come, people are going to say from the NBA, when people make the NBA, when people make any sort of significant progress in their life, they can look to someone as D Rose as that inspiration. And I think that's the key for him now. He can average his 18 points. He's so efficient this year and last year. His efficiency and all that doesn't matter to me. The matters is that the hard work got him to where he is now. Potential All-Star, probably a good candidate for 6th Man of the Year, and his hard work brought him there. Nothing else. All the adversity, his hard work brought him to where he is today. I want to thank you all for watching. I know a lot of people are going to like this video that I've made. Some people not so much, but you're just going to have to deal with it. This is my opinion. It's your boy Code 102.